All right, social community, big bookers, Facebookers, haters. So what's going on this weekend? Well, it's actually a pretty cool weekend. We're going to Orange Beach, Alabama, and we will be at Live Bait 2. And interesting story about Live Bait for those of you that have been with us for a really long time. And when I say long time, that would take you all the way back to the days of Blake. If you can remember back to the days of Blake, you are one heck of a Velcro Pygmy fan or a glutton for punishment. Anyway, there's a restaurant in Orange Beach. It's called Live Bait. And they had a little elevated area. They called it a stage, but it was actually just an elevated area where they had a couple of booths. And literally, there was enough space for Blake, me, and Jimmy to literally stand shoulder to shoulder on the stage. And so we took Chris, and we would set his riser literally on the floor next to the stage. And so we kind of played in a single file line, much like we do at the Sherlock's in Westheimer, for those of you that are familiar with that performance. Anyway, we would go down there. Always had a really good time. It was a lot of fun. Very small, though, and it was a restaurant. So Gary Nichols, who asked us if we would ever play a weekend down there and do a holiday weekend, Labor Day, Memorial Day, or 4th of July, something like that. And so I told him, I said, well, if you will build us a place that's big enough to hold about 800 people, then you can have us for the holiday weekends. And he kind of called my bluff, I guess you could say, and built another building, which is called Live Bait 2, that is basically a music hall behind Live Bait. So we did their grand opening, and my God, it's probably been 10 years now. We did their grand opening on Memorial Day, and they weren't ready. And they said, well, we're sorry, we're not ready. But, and I said, well, that ain't going to fly. And so they brought in temporary beer coolers and ice and all that stuff, and we did the grand opening in the back room before it was ready to be open. And since that time, we've played down there a lot. We generally do Memorial Day Sunday. We generally do Labor Day Sunday, which we were doing this year. But we haven't done a full weekend there in a really long time. And so this is kind of exciting. We're going to actually have 3 days in the same place, and a really cool place on the beach. And a lot of the Velcro Pygmy Road Trip team, actually more than ever, are making this trip down there. And they're all piling into various condominiums and hotel rooms and sleeping in their cars and whatever. I'm not sure what all is going to happen. All I know is that it's going to be a really, really good time. And that Biscuit and Dix are going to be broadcasting live from there, as well as social camming. And then I would be amazed if Kelsey did not social cam virtually every second of the trip. And I'm certainly hoping that she does, because then that takes the heat off the rest of us of having to do it. So those of you that haven't seen Chase yet and that are making the trip down, it looks like his folks may come down to see this weekend. So we'll all get to meet them, and that will be a wonderful situation. We can welcome them into the Velcro Pygmy family. So now I am enjoying a nice ice cold amp. I have got a free car wash coupon. So I am going to head to the car wash and get a free car wash, so that the Tahoe doesn't look so much like the killing fields for the bugs, because it's just covered right now. So maybe I'll social cam from the inside of the car wash.